When you're younger, all you dream about is the endless possibilities of high school and what it could be. Many of these fantasies come from movies, TV shows, or the stories from older people in your life. So after hearing all the things that you think are supposed to happen, you start to form expectations for your own high school experience. And that's what I did. I went into high school with a list of expectations that I thought must happen to me in order to have a proper high school experience. Some of these things that I had set as expectations were having a large friend group, going to parties, hanging out with them all the time, having a boyfriend, getting good grades, looking older, figuring out what I want to be, having a prom date and getting proposed to, graduating, and really just defining and figuring out who I am as a person. Going to ESA, which is a little different, I added some specialized expectations for myself, like, making kick-ass films every year and tapping into my more creative side and letting it out, to make good artwork and in different mediums, like with drawing or painting, and in writing, because I've always wanted to be good at that, and then, of course, having a gay best friend. Now, going into high school, having that list of expectations, here's the reality of what actually happened. I have a small group of friends that took me a while to get because of my shyness. I work more than I go out, so my social life has been non-existent. I don't have a boyfriend, or even guys that I'm talking to. And the closest I've gotten to this expectation was my boyfriend in grade 10 who used me, cheated on me, and then left. So that was great. I still look 12, according to some people. I have no clue what I'll do with my life. I have no sense of self. I'm lost when it comes to figuring out who I am. I kind of have a gay best friend, but when I made this list, I was basing it off the movie My Best Friend's Wedding. I haven't made a film that I'm not ashamed of or embarrassed by yet. I realized that I'm not creative at all after seeing the ability all students have at ESA. And the only thing I don't know for sure yet as a reality is if I'll have a prom date, but it doesn't look promising, and graduating. But, So here I am, I'm almost done grade 12, and every expectation I had coming into high school had not been what I expected or wanted it to be. I feel as if I failed at being the person I wanted to be and can't say I like the person I've become. I don't know if it's because of ESA itself that gave me an experience I rather not have had, or if this would have happened at any school I would have went to, but I'll never know. But what I've learned from all this is that, yeah, it's okay to have some expectations, but don't count on them to come true. So now I ask myself this: even though my expectations weren't met, did I still have a high school experience I can look back on and say I enjoyed and don't regret? Unfortunately, this time I have to say no. I won't deny that great things didn't come out of going to ESA, like some of the friends I've made, the teachers I've had, things I've learned, and how open-minded, accepting, cultured, and unsheltered to the world I've become, and that's something I'll never regret. I believe because of these things I've grown up a little in the right direction, and I'm glad. But when placed against the cons, troubles, hardships, and disappointments I've had these last 4 years, the pros don't win. I personally don't think I'd be in the same mental state as I am now if I had not gone to ESA. For me, ESA was a place that instead of flourishing, I felt diminished and worthless. I feel inadequate and beneath every student here in terms of intelligence and artistic capabilities. At ESA, my self-esteem and self-worth lowered into the negatives, and I walked the halls embarrassed and shy, just like I did in grade 9. But instead of going home every night, crying myself to sleep for being at this school, I'm a little stronger and don't cry anymore. So ESA was not the school for me, but that's okay. I survived 4 years, overcoming so many different obstacles in my way, and that's what I can be proud of, if not anything else. So now I think I can say goodbye to ESA. It may not have been what I expected, but it definitely was an experience.